Yeah, I don't think there's any way you can ship this hand, especially with this combo right up front. For the record, I did forget to consider something in my last match when I was debating the flip for damage or just play the additional morph. I'd forgotten about the past dead drop, and that's actually pretty huge. So this guy, my opponent probably has both. There's no way he has both Jeskai charms, but I should play around at least the first one. Yeah, let's draw some cards. I'm trying to think if there's a reason to play around Canyon Lurkers as his morph. I don't think there really is. I think my hand is good enough against Canyon Lurkers that the tempo it costs him to do that is well worth it. Not the card I wanted to see. Trying to think if I even want to morph the Sagu Archers. I think the answer is I do, but the thought on whether I do or don't, it's the same amount of mana to flip it up as cast it. I'm not going to use my mana. I could have dealt a damage to him instead of morphing it. I think this in play already will deal more damage. So he's missing land drops. Good. Oh, sandbar. So let's think about this. That has to be right here. Just send the High Spire Mantis back. And then I can put him into a position where I incremental growth. I don't want to offer any kinds of trades for this stupid sandbar here. Interesting. I think I incremental growth here. 3, 2, 1. I like that. I don't think I really want to just take a High Spire Mantis hit, was my logic there. That's fine. That ended up really well for me. He did not have feat of resistance. So I'm just going to talk through some of the things that I quickly thought about there. I didn't think any of my creatures in play, the game in that state, so if I don't play the incremental growth and I just leave up the ambush, I'm taking a bunch of damage against the presumed Jeskai Charm deck from the High Spire Mantis. And I kind of wanted to put him in a position where, High Spire Mantis is really, really bad if you're blocking, but if you can attack with it, it's, pretty reasonable. I just kind of wanted to put him into a position where that card was as marginalized as possible. And by playing the incremental growth there, I think that did the best job of it. Though if he had just blocked with it and... I guess, so the other thing, too, is, all those attacks are really good, right? So he has to, double block anything to kill my Beastmaster, or even the Morph. Yeah, that was fine. Even against defeat, like even if he makes a 4/4 High Spire Mantis to kill my Surveyor, the rest of the attack is fine, and the Archers takes care of it. So I want to think about what I'm doing here. So I think that the map the waste to push this to a 5 doesn't really change the clock. Push the Surveyor to a 5. Whereas if he Force Aways the Surveyor, I don't actually want to cast it again, but I don't want to use... If he Force Aways the Surveyor to prevent me from raiding the Saddle Brood or whatever, I would rather... Or just does it to save damage or whatever he's going to do to it. I would rather have the ability to just cast the Loxodon on there than anything else. Whereas like 4-5-5-5 is still the same clock as 5-5-5-5 here. That is nice how Bolster just works. You don't... Because it doesn't target, Moto doesn't make you click. No reason to not shove with both here. I can Mandrills plus Ambush. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have enough to... Ambush, Mandrills for a single mana, and ping him. Which seems like it's by far the best play because the extra damage matters with the Saddle Brute. And even if he end hostilities here, it gets real bad for him. So he had a High Spire Mantis. What was his morph? I didn't even see. Just didn't pay any attention. Oh. Lovely filter box there. So I definitely want Flock. Pretty sure I want Return to the Earth. And I'm not sold on the Smoke Teller. Give me 1 second to... Incremental growth. Reveals as master... Wow! That's what we got out of that? Okay, then. Generally, Typhoid Rats isn't the best in these kind of matchups. Kind of want to board out Map the Waste here. I'm not a huge fan of using it in a tempo-ish matchup. What was my other board in? It was Return to Earth and the other Flock. The other Flock just straight up trades for the Savants here. Because like blocking a High Spire Mantis or any other random flying creature versus his Jeskai deck is more important than the 06. I think this card is too powerful to cut. That's a flyer. Maybe there's some clunky card I should cut. Maybe cut Right of the Serpent. Yeah, that card's just powerful. Having removal is so good. Yeah, this looks fine. I guess the other debatable cut was the Ambush. This deck's really good. It's like all A's and B's. I guess my rating system's probably a little liberal there. My deck is all C pluses to A minuses. His hand's not optimal, but It's fine. This hand got a little more optimal. Cloud Form on 3 is a much better curve out than what I was planning on doing. Yeah, Cloud Form. Yeah, now the Sagu Archers, as we were talking about last game, with the morph costing the same as. Sure, why not? It's a fine manifest. So the morph on this costs the same as just flipping it up, so it's not the highest tempo card to actually put into play. I'm just going to hunt this guy down actually next turn, I think. Nope, new plan. Saddle up. I'll save the hunt the week. Yeah, even if he has the wrath, I don't really care. What's your curve? Sultai beatdown, first pick into first pick into first pick. Interesting. So I think I want to hunt the weak this creature. Yeah. And then I'm not even. He could double block this due to the 3 fight damage. I'm just not even going to offer that trade because I'm so far ahead on onboard material. It's just not worth it. Well, that was easy. That is 4 mana 4/5, some good. Uh, Even if it doesn't have trample and enter the battlefield drain 3.